don't even contact, please don't go back. And I was like, oh, yeah. I was like, yeah.
Right.
I just played it off real smooth and it was like, you know.
Oh, no, I would never. No. Girl, what you talking about?
Look, it was one time where we actually was talking. And the Beyond Frequency account was connected to her phone. So I wound up fucking around calling you on Beyond Frequency. And she was, you know, and I guess she seen the thread. And she was like, did you talk to Nature Boy? And I was like, no. I was like, no.
Not at all, no.
And I felt so bad that I had to lie. Because I really love to be honest about, I like to be transparent about how I'm feeling.
Right.
And for some reason, throughout my life, every time I'm honest, feel like I get punished for the shit. But I mean, it feels, my emotions feel like an uphill battle. Like, ever since I was a kid, it just feel like I'm just fucking banging people's heads with how I feel. But I mean, I guess it's for a reason. So I had to lie in that moment, but I repent for my ways because I don't want to lie about stuff like that because it don't feel right for me.
So what happened?
I just kind of brushed it, let it go by, and then I came back home to you. I couldn't. There was
no. I'm saying when she asked you at that time.
Oh no, it just faded away. Like,
oh, okay.
Yeah,
Let's get back to the olmek thing. Okay, so you said to olmek, look, man. Okay, you went back to him because it was convenient. Mm-hmm. He said you need the hill. You was like, fuck that.
Yeah, I was like, I'm fine.
Going all the way in.
I had a lot of pride.
But he had reserves.
Yeah. And I guess that.
So how long were you talking on the phone before you got together?
We had been talking on the phone for like, it was like maybe. It was a good maybe.
Now this is a real nigga moment. This is a real nigga moment.
Everything on the universe, like it was about a good month and a half.
On the phone.
On the phone, like strictly on the phones for like 50 something days before we actually came together and was like hanging out with each other.
All right, so now I'm about to ask you some real nigga questions.
Let's go.
And we gonna let it all out.
All right.
Because I know you want to let it all out anyway.
I'm ready.
Fuck it. So you go and go ahead.
By the way, I just want everybody to know that during this time when I was with olmek, I did not talk to you at all. Did I?
No.
I did not talk to Chief at all during this time until.
Nah, matter of fact, I wasn't talking to you. I was so fucking mad about it.
Yeah, we was completely.
I was like, yo, fuck her. I can't believe you let this nigga pick my daughter up. Yo, I was so pissed off at you. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I was not talking to you.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Nah, so
mosquitoes coming in.
Mosquito hour. Alright, so check it out. You went and got tested.
I did.
You went and got tested for HIV
/AIDS.
Hepatitis.
A, B, and C.
You got tested for syphilis. Gonorrhea
and chlamydia. And yeast infections. And any other.
So wait, because you was online saying all of y'all need to go get tested.
This was before I got tested. And I literally, intentionally said that shit to shake everybody.
You didn't want nobody sleeping with me because you know.
I was mad. I was like, all right, you want to do that? All y'all need to. I was hoping that it was.
So you was gonna hate on all women ever coming to see me. Any woman that ever could come, you was like, I'm gonna just throw this out there.
Yeah.
Y'all need to go get tested.
Absolutely.
So I
was in hopes that it would shake y'all, but it didn't.
Come on.
But no, seriously. This was before I got tested though.
So you go get tested with or before olmek?
This was before olmek.
Before olmek.
Yeah, I would never.
You got tested for all STDs. You got tested for
everything. Everything. All sexually transmitted.
Pap smears,
I got
everything.
a pap smear. They checked my cervix, swabbed it, all that.
All right. So why the fuck didn't you tell everybody that everything came out negative and you ain't have none of that shit? Because you know people was out there saying I got HIV and shit.
I felt that people were coming down so hard on me that I felt like, fuck all y'all. Like, that's not none of y'all business. That's not y'all. Like, people were taunting me. And I was like, y'all not about to just like bully me into any, what I'm saying? That's how I felt in that moment. So I just was like, fuck what they saying. And I just kind of let it go. And I just forgot about it all. And I just didn't even pay no attention. It had nothing against
So when you got your results that you was negative, what did you think in your mind about like?
I was fine. I already knew that. Like in my heart, I knew that I didn't have anything. Like I just did it just to see. You know what I'm saying? Just out of curiosity.
Right.
Just to see. Like.
Right. Okay.
So, but when I was doing it and everything, I was like, acting, it was normal for me. Like how you normally go get tested in Babylon. You like, I know I don't got nothing, but I'm gonna just do this shit for security reasons. You know what I'm saying? It was like that for me. And actually, the people around me was like, I think she lying. I think she really got something. So when I actually showed them the shit came back negative, and I was serious about it, it was like, oh, she's serious.
So there's other people that know that the shit was negative?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Including Olmek?
Including Olmek.
Yeah, that's why Olmek had put it online.
And, yeah.
Okay, so...
I think...
We're going to talk about that in a minute. We're going to talk about that in a minute.
Yeah.
We're going to get to that. We're going to get to that part. Okay, so you with Olmek, you been talking to him on the phone.
Yeah.
50 days and all that. Mm-hmm. And now, we moving on forward to you meeting up with him. Mm-hmm. I seen him driving on his little story. I was watching. I was mad, but I was watching. He was driving, come see you, and then boom, the hand lock picture went viral. The hand lock picture went viral. Let's create. What's up, yo? The hand lock, the finger lock picture. Let's create. Come on, talk to me. What's going on?
Okay, so initially, I'm not gonna go flex. I apologize if I ever misled anybody into thinking anything or anything. But my first initial thought when I did that, I was like, this is gonna trigger him. Talking about Chief, this is gonna trigger Chief. And now that was a part of I'm honest, that was a part of the reason why I posted that picture. I'm not gonna go flex. Because I knew it would get to you. Because I felt so hurt that you would still fucking these women. I was like, fuck it. I'm going to just go all out. So that was a part of why I posted it. Initially, that was why I posted it. But then, on another hand, I was like, this will really benefit business. I'm thinking Babylon. I'm like, yo, this will really benefit the business. It'll bring money. This will promote him as well.
All right, so talk about your feelings when you first meet up with Olmek. What are you thinking? Like, you haven't seen him in years. He pulls up. You see him. What is your initial thoughts? Honestly.
My initial thoughts were like, it was like a friend. It was like a friend. Like, I was seeing a friend. Like, it felt like somebody I knew, but not somebody that I was in love with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was like, what's up, son? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that nigga off type shit. But obviously, in his mind, it wasn't like that for him. It was more like, I'm looking to be mad.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Love eyes, yeah.
But, I was pretty calm about everything, though. Like, I was calm about it and everything. And, but he just really felt like a friend. Like, okay, I'm seeing my friend.
So why not? All right, okay. Because obviously you did step away and say, okay, this is only friendship. All right, so fast forward to him meeting Eliana. What was that like?
I had a lot of concerns when it came to him meeting Eliana, because one of my main things about Eliana was not having another man around her. Like, that was a big deal for me. And I had to really shut myself off to really think that I would be with Olmek for the rest of my life, for him to be in her life the way that he was in that moment.
So I get alive, and you on live with Olmek, and he picks up my daughter. What was going through your mind in that moment?
I was thinking okay, so when it comes to Olmek and the relationship that we had, we had a lot of business energy between us. So
y'all was making jewelry together.
Right.
Y'all was painting together.
Right.
Y'all was doing all that together.
Right. So in that moment, because I was making beads, Ellie's a baby, so she's like touching everything, trying to put beads in her mouth. You know what I'm saying? And I was looking at that moment as help, as far as like.
So you didn't do that to trigger me?
Oh no, that was not intentional, and I would tell you that if it was. I really would. That was not intentional.
That's amazing, because the way they sent it to me is seeing the trick.
And now I don't know what was going through his head when he did that. But in my mind, I was like, it was like help for me, because if it was a woman, you know, there with me, helping me with Ellie and the bees while I was doing this on live, that's what the energy was.
The hand thing didn't trigger me. The baby thing, that shit.
I didn't purposely do that.
Ooh-wee.
I don't know what was going through his head when he did that initially.
He know God. I'm not even gonna go there. Okay, we gonna move forward, because we ain't even gonna be negative.
I caught the backlash of that after it happened.
Okay, what was you feeling after people was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" What was you feeling then?
I just blocked people because I didn't see it in that light. Like, I was like, I don't know what y'all talking about. Like, that wasn't the case. Like, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't looking at it as that. How people made it seem, I wasn't looking at it like that. So I was like, y'all interfering with my shit. Like, y'all interfering with the business. Like, I'm not here for that. I was strictly about business. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, my mind was there. So anything anybody had something to say about at that point, I was like, fuck out of here. Like, you're playing as an insulator to be on frequency. Fuck no. Because that was the mindset that I was in. So I just blocked them. Politely blocked them. And I just kept going on with my life.
Damn. Okay. So now, nighttime comes. You with olmek. Talk to me. You know, it's time to get it on. What's going on in your mind? What's going on in your mind? Having sex with olmek. It's a real nigga moment. No insult. You have to be as honest to me as possible.
Me and olmek.
This is where you get to tell your piece and let the universe deal with it.
Absolutely. Me and olmek had a lot of insecurities about our sex life after me coming out of a relationship with you. Because a lot of his questions to me was like, do you still love him? Are you still in love with him? This, and that. He had a fear that my vagina would be loose, or whatever the case may be. And I initially had insecurities about my vagina being like, not being able to fit and stuff like that, not being able for it to be pleasurable and stuff like that, because we were talking about being in a relationship. And a part of that was having a baby, and insecurities having a baby, and my body changing and stuff like that and everything. And so I guess in that moment, because this was when we was on the phone talking about it, this wasn't in person, this was before we came together, and we was talking about it, and we basically just rationalized it to be like, well, maybe it's not as bad as we think it's gonna be. So we just kind of like let it, all those insecurities, we kind of like, in those moments we felt like we made each other secure in our sex life, and made each other feel like, it's gonna be all right in those moments. So when we initially came together and we had sex, man, when we initially had sex, my body rejected the shit out of olmek.
Oh.
Like, when I tell you, the first night we slept together, it literally felt like, damn, this is going on. I'm just be honest. Like,
this is a real nigga moment.
He came inside of me. I'm just being honest.
Okay.
He did, and my body rejected it. Like, it literally felt like somebody was like giving me surgery on my ovaries, like on my fallopian tubes, like tying them shit together. Like, it felt like it wasn't supposed to be happening, like, at all. Like, to the point where I was not sleeping, I was tossing and turning, I was holding like a bad-ass period, like, worse than a bad period. And so, he was, like, trying to figure out if I was okay in that moment or whatever like that. And I was like, bruh, this shit don't feel good. I had to go get in the shower. I got in the shower. The water helped calm me down and everything like that. Came back, I just went to sleep because I had to force myself to go to sleep because the pain was that intense. So after that day, we wound up having sex again. I caught a yeast infection. This was another sign that I shouldn't have been doing what I was doing with him. I caught a yeast infection the next day. And the yeast infection was like something I had never experienced before. I said to myself in that moment, I said, what the fuck is going on? And I started having thoughts to myself. I was like, the last time I had a yeast infection when I was with a nigga, he was fucking around on me. And I don't know if I should go into deep. Should I go into deep?
Yeah, that's how much you feel in your heart. I mean, this is your time. This is your moment.
I felt like the last time that I dealt with a yeast infection like that, to that degree, was when I was dealing with a man and he was fucking around with other people. Like
another man.
Men and women. You feel me? And it came out to be that he was fucking around with men and women. Like on some real shit. Like I'm not even trying to flex on Olmek or none of that. I'm just being real. And I actually pulled Olmek to the side because after that initial time we had sex, the second time, and I caught the yeast infection, I'm like, whoa, maybe I'm tripping. Like maybe something is happening. Because I never had a yeast infection with Chief. Like, nothing ever happened to my body when I was with Chief. I never got any inkling that, anything bad or anything. So, it was confusing for me. So, then, we wound up having sex again. And it got worse. Like, it got worse. And I was like, yo, we can't have sex no more. Like, this shit is crazy. Like, this shit is mad weird. Like, I don't know what's going on. So, we had a conversation about me having a yeast infection and why I might have it and stuff like that. And he started Olmek started acting like, you know how you go through something with somebody and then they start like having this like victim pity party for themselves, like in the process, but you're the one going through everything. I was looking at him like, yo, I'm the one who got the yeast infection. Like, why are you acting like that? And he's like, well, I don't want to be the cause of this yeast infection or whatever and all this extra shit. And he was like, all like in tears and acting like a female. And I'm like, what are you doing? The what?
The puffy eye pictures you raised them?
I don't know what they is. They should be in there. I might have, but I don't know. But so that happened. We had the conversation. We had this conversation multiple times because the yeast infection lasted throughout the entire time that we was together. And the yeast infection.
You said at one time he was kissing you.
I'm about to get into that. The yeast infection lasted the entire time we were together. So me and Olmek could not even have sex. Like my body was not allowing that to happen. Like literally. So while we was seeming like a couple and all that, like even for the little pop up and all that, we was not having sex. Like we wasn't. So it was times where he would like want to intimately kiss me and everything like that. Like I guess to show affection. But my vagina, the yeast infection and all that, it would flare up. Like when he would kiss me, it would flare up. Like as if we literally had sex. Like on some real shit. So I was like, this never happened to me before. I said, I cannot be intimate with you. And we had the conversation multiple times. And I said, I don't know exactly why this is happening, but I can't do this with you.
You told me that when he went inside of you, you couldn't feel him.
Yeah. On my walls, like straight across, I couldn't really like, it wasn't like he was filling me up, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it was like, alright, so say this is my vagina, right? Not saying that my vagina is this big, but I'm just saying, say if it's this big, right? This is cheap. You know what I'm saying? It's filled up. This is Olmek. It's space. So that was like that was something that we dealt with though. You know what I'm saying? Like that was something that was just like, alright, fuck, it's hit or miss. You know what I'm saying? We just like fuck that shit. Like we not gonna think about that shit. Like we gonna keep going. Nah, seriously. And this is not no shade.
This is a real nigga moment, though.
No shade,
this is a real
every
nigga
man
moment.
has different penis sizes.
This is a real nigga moment. This is my woman. This is
But-
my woman. You shouldn't have been touching my woman. That's what you get. You shouldn't have touched my baby. You shouldn't have touched my woman. That's what
My
you
body
get.
was rejecting him, babe. Like
You belong to
on
me.
some
You
real-
mine. You
So
feel me?
then,
That's what you get.
oh, I cannot wait to tell you how this makes work. So eventually, we stopped being intimate altogether, like no affection at all. Of course, this dampened our relationship because we're like, what the fuck is going on? So as time is going on, we're feeling more and more like friends. For me, I'm like, yo, I can't even be intimate with you.
Yo.
And when he kissed me one time he kissed me, and this is when I really decided, like, yo, this is not for me. This is not for me. Like, he literally kissed me, and I don't know if any woman has ever been through this before, but I literally felt like I was kissing a gay man, like on some real shit. And I then proceeded a couple days after that to ask him, like, we had conversations.
Let's leave
We
it
had
at that.
conversations, but
kept it real.
I'm not sure.
Let's keep it real. Let's say this. You
I felt like a gay.
You feel that Olmek got gay tendency?
Yes, I do.
Boom.
And I
That's
told
it.
him that. I told him that. I said, you could be feminine at times.
Okay, cool. Let's leave it at that because that's his thing.
And there's no shade.
There's no shade.
Because I'm not bashing.
Okay.
It just wasn't for me.
Okay, this is not yours. Okay, cool. So, let's leave it right there.
Mm-hmm.
So now, as you Olmek left you on Sunday,
Yeah.
and you immediately start trolling me.
Actually, I started
But
trolling
you said
before
you
he
told me when you was with Olmek that you went in the bathroom and rubbed one off thinking about me.
God. So.
It's a real nigga moment. Let's get it.
All right, so I was
So
like,
Olmek made you start thinking about me more.
with the yeast infection and all. I ain't give a fuck. Like, I was like, because I'm a woman and I get sexually aroused, and that wasn't my thing. So nobody ever satisfied me the way that you do. Nobody ever satisfied me the way that she does. Like,
Hey,
so when I wasn't getting what I needed, I was like, yo, I'm horny right now. I'm not fucking this nigga. Like, I'm finna like sit, watch Ellie right quick. I'm finna go to the bathroom. I'm finna like, you know what I'm saying? I'm finna do my thing. So, in my mind, my husband is so fucking fine that I don't have to watch porn because I can literally create a scene in my mind from where we had sex and jack off on that shit. Like, on
Okay,
some
all
real
right,
shit.
so that's what's up.
Like on some real shit. And that's what I did.
Okay.
I ain't telling nobody that, but I did it.
Okay.
And so after
That's real.
After a couple days passed, I was like, I cannot wait till he leave so I can talk to Chief. Like, I was literally like, I cannot wait until he leaves so I can call my husband. Like,
So
this is how
being with Olmek made you come back to me. Fine. That's understandable. People do that. So you hit me up, me and you start talking.
This was the next day after he left.
We never got off the phone ever since then.
Mm-mm.
And because the emotional breakthrough, when you explained to me everything, I was like, fuck it, I'm fine. Then you want to, in the middle of us talking, you erase beyond frequency.
Yeah,
like,
but prior to, before, okay, so the same day me and you started talking back and everything, I had already insinuated to Olmek, like, I don't think that this is gonna work. Like,
yeah, y'all had text each other. He felt that. He
yeah,
knew.
absolutely. So I was like kind of ignoring him during that, those like a couple days or maybe 3 days when me and you really was talking. Then we kind of cut it off, whatever. When we cut it off, I was like, yo, like, I'm not with the shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was explaining to him everything. I was like, this is not gonna work. Like, I don't think you the one for me. I literally told him that. This nigga literally texted me back and said, I understand. Literally is what he said. He said, I understand. I know that this is happening. This is happening. He actually, y'all, if I'm lying, the universe could bury me tonight. He literally said in a text message, like, encouraging me to be back with Chief on some real shit. Like, he was like, if that's what's in your heart, then I support you. Do that shit. You know what I'm saying? But Olmek thought that he was still going to have a relationship with me when I, got back with Chief. And I'm like, nah, like that's not a thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do I need to have a relationship with you for? So after I told him exactly how I felt after everything was said and done, I cut all ties. Like, there's no reason for me to talk to you. So he was trying to hit me up and was like, call me and this and that. And I wound up blocking him or whatever. And I guess he felt played or whatever. So he wound up blocking me. And I was like, better. That's better for me. You know what I'm saying? Because now you know what I'm saying? Don't reach out to me. You know what I'm saying? Because it's redundant at this point. So he wound up blocking me. And then I guess he felt played, so he wound up online saying everything that he said. And I'm like, yo, we literally had an understanding. Like, I don't know why you have to do that. Which made me feel like he's really immature and childish. Because now he's playing this victim role to the public. Like, I fucked over him when we both made the decision to see if we were going to just cut it off. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like I spit this nigga on some evil type shit and was like, nah, fuck you. Like, I don't want to fuck with you. I'm going to go be back with Chief. Like, nah, I literally told him the reasons why I didn't want to fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? And he understood, and we came to a mutual agreement. That's why I feel like he's a coward. You know what I'm saying? Because that's stupid. Like, why would you do that? If we came to an agreement and an understanding, why are you dragging it out for the public the way that you are? You know
that's a factory.
I don't know.
So you was pissed off.
I feel like women do that shit.
Yeah, it was feminine of him.
Absolutely.
And that's okay. That's okay. But all right, so how you feeling right now? You got that off your chest.
I feel like
what? What?
I feel like
I can hear that. I can hear that.
I feel very relieved that I was able to talk about a lot of the stuff that I shared today, because there was a lot of like preconceptions and assumptions and questions about how everything unfolded.
And you know people gonna be like, oh, I feel sorry for Olmek. What do you have to say about people that's gonna feel sorry for Olmek? With Olmek, they not holding Olmek responsible because the way he moves in a subtle, feminine way. And he's gonna make himself look like...
Y'all call me the manipulator. Like, y'all call me the manipulator.
You just being all the way honest and
like,
real.
my whole shit is...
He knew what the fuck was going on.
And he told me that. Like, he told me initially.
Know, he's smart. He know exactly what's going on, but the way he playing it is playing a subtle, feminine, meek role.
And
it's
he knows
making
that
I
he
feel sorry for him.
He knows that people are going to support him.
Well, let them niggas fuck with him.
And that's fine. That's totally fine. I just think that...
Well, let them fuck with him. I'm thankful. Let them fuck with him and see what they get. So there it is. They'll see for themselves, and maybe they deserve him. It is what it is. You always gonna separate the real from the real and the fake from the fake. So it is what it is.
Another thing, the reason why me and Olmek wasn't really working out was because of the Moorish thing, and it was certain times where I would, like, Chief would come out my mouth, like not Chief like Chief, but actually like the things that Chief teaches us and stuff, and it would like come out. Like, for instance, like one morning, when rising, I woke up or whatever, and I was like dealing with Ellie. I was taking care of her and stuff, and I'm like, welcome back, Ellie, like, you know what I'm saying? And he was like, he looked to the side and he was like, you sure you don't want to go back? Like, you know, some shit. And I was like, we got into it. And I was like, fuck you. I was like, take me back to Florida. Like, I was going to make him drive all 5 hours to bring me all the way back to Florida. Because, like, who are you? I felt in that moment, who are you to tell me how to express myself with my daughter? Like, I don't give a fuck what I've been through in life. I don't give a fuck where I came from or what you've been through. I'm going to express myself how I want to with my daughter. I'm going to teach her what I want her to know. I don't give a fuck what you think. Or
right. That's a fact, because you have, exactly.
So he felt some type of way. He wound up crying, talking me out of it, whatever. I said, like, if you don't fucking drive me 5 hours, I'm going to buy myself a bus ticket. I don't give a fuck. So eventually everything calmed down or whatever, and we talked about it, and I guess he wanted to be with me, so he basically kissed my ass in the process.
But you're upset with Olmek right now because how he put your business out.
How he dealt with it.
You would have never even went here.
I wouldn't have never went here if he would have never put my business out online. That wasn't
right. That wasn't his fucking business for him to talk about your shit.
Exactly. And how he dealt with it.
Right, because me and you, we was getting back together slowly but surely. But then his messages start coming out, and I'm like, who the fuck is he to tell the business?
Exactly.
when y'all had
Exactly.
access to each other, he could have texted you.
Exactly.
When you were talking to each other, so he put the business out there. So this is why you're doing what we're doing right now.
And that was the weird part, because we had a mutual understanding. It wasn't like I just completely throwed him off the end of the earth and was like, fuck you.
Right.
Nah, I literally closed that shit like how I was supposed to, maturely. And he understood.
And he went and talked
and
about
he went back and
telling your test results and
right.
shit.
That was
who the fuck is you to tell her test results?
That wasn't your place at all. Like,
who the fuck was you to tell her she's going back to nature? But we didn't. How the fuck you put my daughter in danger? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, he's going back to nature.
And
boy.
that's what I told him. I said,
come on, man.
You really don't care. Like, I thought you cared. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you
fuck
really cared about my
who are you to tell her she wants to be with Nate? Why would you tell our business? Like, you told her business supposed to be your friend. Like, type shit.
That's the type. But that's the true colors. After everything is said and done, no matter what happens
shit
and
crazy.
what went on, I mean, shit, it played out the way that it needed to.
So look, what I'm gonna do right now is I'm end this live. We're gonna come back open and we're gonna do a Q&A for anybody that want to call in and talk directly to you about the whole story.
Okay.
All right. So if y'all want to ask